having friends in today's world isn't really what it used to be. Like nowadays, you can be friends with people from all across the world through the internet, through social media, all these other platforms that allow it, and picking close friends that you meet personally isn't really valued and respected as much as it should be. Like people nowadays are just friends with anybody, and I'm not saying that you should be one of these mysterious, hard to get in contact with people just for the heck of it, but you shouldn't be giving your time to everybody because not everyone's entitled to it. Like they say, you're the sum of the most five people you hang around, and I didn't really understand that quote for real until just recently because it's so true. Just little habits and the way you think, like people mirror each other naturally without realizing it. There's little things you'll pick up or take away from the people you hang around, and you might not realize it. I can use myself as an example. I'm not like super easily influenced either. Like I know how to make my own decisions. I know how to think for myself. I'm not peer pressured into doing things I don't want to do, but over time it just becomes your normal. Like if you're constantly around an environment, that's how some people were raised to be alcoholics or um, emotionally unstable, yell a lot, have anger issues because that's what they were raised around. That's just their normal. So when you're picking your friends and being around, deciding to be around these people, you're you're indirectly kind of gravitating to their tendencies as well. So you got to really be careful with that and not really just follow the crowd. Like really make sure the people you're cool with are good for you because there's so many people nowadays who feel like they don't have no other options. They don't have no other friends to be cool with, so they're just gonna pick the most random people they see on the street. The first people who talk to me or interact with me, engage with me, let those be my friends versus looking for a quality person. And I understand that. I moved around a lot growing up and going through the school system. I went through so many schools. I went to different elementary schools. I went to different middle schools. I went to different high schools. Multiple. Like every year I'm moving around, so I know what it's like to not really have friends for real. Because every year you transfer, you gotta find new people to be cool with. But one thing I never did was just feel like I need somebody around me. Like I've always been comfortable being alone, which isn't necessarily good, but it's in my opinion, I think that's better than trying to force myself to fit in somewhere else that I shouldn't be. I got friends who then turn fake thugs now, fake gangsters, and it's just like I see that elevation, knowing like, yo, that's not really you, but I mean that's the crowd you choose to hang around, so that's what you try to follow. It's what you try to adapt to. But you got to really learn to think for yourself, and it's kind of hard to like. And I seen that TikTok too. While I'm speaking about this, this all loops into one. It's kind of crazy that it's all looping together. I can't remember when I seen it. I might have been at work or somewhere, but I seen a TikTok and it said, until you move out on your own, until you get your own place, your own space, all that, and you can just truly be by yourself. Because keep in mind, I do live at home. I have a job where I'm going to see other people. I have a job where I have friends I go to do things with. So until you can truly, truly be alone, you don't really know who you are because, like I said, you're being influenced by other people. So when you get that time and space to really just be isolated, that's when you figure out the kind of person you are. And that's kind of motivating, but at the same time, it's kind of like scary because it's like, who am I really? You know what I mean? Like a lot of us put on masks and acts to fit in, like I said, otherwise, or not even consciously know that we're doing it, but we do it. Even on these videos, there's certain things I might want to talk about that I won't just for the sake of maintaining my image on the internet or maintaining some form of, I don't know, way of being viewed that is appealing to others versus saying what I truly in my heart feel. You know what I mean? Everyone has, what's it called? Everyone is filtered to some degree. So you can never truly be your raw, authentic self because it's just not for the public. Only you will ever know who that person is. And that's kind of crazy to really think about. But I'm making this video not really for myself, but just to let other people out there know. Because I get messages as well on TikTok. I can't remember who it was, and I don't want to air their business out. But, I get messages saying that, hey man, you have great advice, this and that. Appreciate the motivation, but I don't have friends. What can I do? How can I deal with fake friends? All this stuff. Like I get all types of messages on stream, all that. And I always try to give that advice to just learn to be comfortable by yourself. And people always misconstrue that for some reason. When I say learn to be comfortable by yourself, that doesn't mean be by yourself your entire life. That means just learn to be comfortable with it. Because there's going to be periods of time where it's best for you to be by yourself. I'd rather you be by yourself than be around people who don't really care for you and they got you doing dumb stuff. You're the butt of the joke in the group, all that other stuff. Like, people don't really value you. Yeah, I'd rather you be by yourself. That doesn't mean that you have to stay by yourself your entire life. just be by yourself until you find people who are appreciative of you. And it's kind of hard to do that nowadays. You know, everyone's kind of got their own thing going on, which is completely fine. But, and I think someone's also said this before, it's like a main character syndrome. That's the terminology that they use. But I don't think nothing's wrong with that, because in our own worlds, we are the main character, and it's nothing wrong to carry yourself that way. But I think the issue is not realizing that you're supposed to be that way. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying to be an a-hole or walk around like you're better than everybody, but just understand that, you know, you matter, and don't just be so eager to give yourself your time, your attention, whatever, your love, whatever you got to offer, your resources. Don't be so ready to just give that to the next person. Like, people have to start earning stuff again and show, like, that they're, like, good people to even be around. Like, why would you give your time and attention to somebody who's not a good person in general? Like, there's so many, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Me personally, I just don't see the value or benefit in that. I'd rather much have a quality friend over a whole bunch of quantity of friends, right? One good friend is just as good as 10 okay friends. So don't be too in a rush to be out there trying to find all these people who don't really care. Like, just take your time, go slow. Realize the people you're picking to be in your life are going to affect you, whether that's directly or indirectly. They're going to affect you, so make sure you're very selective about that. And also just try to be a person that's worth being in other people's lives. Because like I said, we all got the main character syndrome. That's great. But also, how can you affect other people? How can you make their lives better? If you can figure out how to do that, people will want to be around you. And then it'll be attractive to other people who are like that. And you can basically, you attract what you are. So you throw out good in the world, good will come back to you. And it'll be a lot easier to just have all those problems I mentioned earlier kind of fade away, all the fake friends, all this other stuff going on. I don't have to deal with none of that. I know my friends don't talk behind my back. I know my friends will do this, whatever. I know they ain't doing none of that. And if they do, cool. It's nothing to just step away. Take your time. Be by yourself for a little bit. Get back on your feet, whatever. Find new friends. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna make this video super long. Like I said, I don't know if I said this because that's my second time recording this, but I am tired. I'm finna go to sleep. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. On the dot, exactly. But yeah, I go live on Twitch if y'all want to follow me down there. Links in the description. And yeah, stay safe tonight. Stay blessed. Keep God in you guys' life. And I'll catch you guys next upload.